We live?
We are live now.
Oh, okay. Are you waiting for somebody to paint you like one of the French girls? Warlock, Master Race.
Screw you.
Yeah, whatever.
Hunter.
Hunter. I don't have my shirt. I don't have that. I didn't get that shirt actually.
Oh,
Why?
what shirt didn't you get?
I got the red and gray one with like all three of them
Oh,
on
that's
there.
right. That's right. You said that the other day.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's going to play all three.
Right?
Well, I'm gonna play all three. That would make me whatever. You know what I'm talking
Well, then
about?
why don't you get the cool shirt? You see, you're just dumb.
Because I got the best shirt, Mark.
You didn't. You're not wearing the Titan shirt.
For you. Let me intro. Welcome to the MIDA Multicast. I'm sorry. Welcome to the SPR presents MIDA Multicast.
Start over. Put a space.
Okay. Put a space on a what?
Like, leave a little space so I can see it way easier in the audio file when I edit this later.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait,
Welcome, ladies. It's live. You're not editing. Yeah, there's no editing. We're going live.
Yep.
It's live.
Well, you're going. Oh.
It's just like when Bungie did their thing and they talked about peanut butter for 5 minutes.
My cable? Better not be. It was working yesterday.
Phone's broken.
Your phone's broken.
Damn. Episode 3 of SPR presents MIDA Multicast. Welcome, everybody who's watching. Probably just Tony. But anybody else who's watching, appreciate you watching. We are...
0 viewers. Right?
Huh? What? 0 viewers?
That's 0 viewers right now.
Damn it, Tony.
Yeah. Such a jackass. So we're going to talk some Destiny 2 today, ladies and gents. We had some time to digest, get some more information from other people, and so now we're going to give some overall thoughts on stuff. I'm going to start with this thought. And Justin, you've already said...
Yeah.
No, I'm not introducing. I got a thought. Here's the thought.
Fine. Let's get to your thoughts. Important.
The guy with the stupid hunter shirt, that's Justin. You know him from SPR. The guy next to the guy with the stupid hunter shirt, that's Mark. Say hi, Mark.
What up?
And then the guy that doesn't have a Destiny shirt because he's a weirdo is Brandon.
Hello. I'm not a weirdo.
And I'm Goblin 993. Warlock, Master Brace. Yeah.
How about them hunters?
Yep.
Huh?
Is that why you had to hide your face when you're saying it? Because you don't want people to know?
I wanted to be seen clearly because
Oh.
I have fat rolls hiding them. It's sucking into my tits.
Mark looked like he had something to say.
Oh, I was gonna say, were those the same shirts that were on the GameStop website? Are they similar?
No, these are different.
Oh, they're different.
They
Those
look
are
like the
hats.
shirts, but the symbols were the
No,
hats.
they didn't look that.
I didn't see the
I wonder if
shirts.
they're also going to be sold at GameStop. That's why I wasn't going to say anything because this is like going way off sidetrack here.
This whole
They're
thing is
not on the
sidetracked.
website yet anymore. They took them all down. They're still in our system. They're just not on the website.
Can you text them
Insiders.
down? Anyway, Destiny 2. Can I get my thought out now that I've introduced everybody?
Yes, go
No.
ahead.
All right, FPS. This is the big conversation. The only number that matters FPS wise is 0. 0 fucks per second. That's how much we give about FPS. 0 fucks per second. Okay, that's my thought.
I care a little bit just because I got a pie on the line.
It's gonna be
I'm
5
gonna
me,
get
5
I'm
me.
gonna lose.
Yeah,
You're
you're
a
definitely going to lose.
Yeah, you're
That's
definitely
okay.
All right, where do we want to start?
I don't know.
Anybody got
What's the rundown say?
Yeah. Start
Um,
with what we know about the story.
Sure, that's on the very bottom, but let's start with what we know about the story. We'll work from the bottom to the top, just like Drake. All right. So here's what we know about the story. We got more cinematic campaigns, 4 planets. We got a map. We got patrol that has more to do, and there's tanks. That's all we got on the note. What do we miss?
My question about the tank. Did they actually confirm, like, someone at Bungie say that we drive tanks?
It definitely looks like there's a first-person view of someone riding a tank or driving a tank in the
Plus the
gameplay.
two. Plus they have the 3 guardians, and then one disappears magically, probably, and then the tank's driving the next scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No.
Bungie never confirmed, but there was some other video that we watched where like some guy's in a tank fighting a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the tank could have been like on rails, or it could have been, you know what I mean? Like the tank moves itself, and you're just like in for the ride, and like maybe.
But we're in a tank, Mark. We're in a tank.
Oh, my bad. That's what matters.
There's tanks in Halo. There's tanks in
Right.
this now.
Right.
In PvP, it's confirmed. Big 20v20.
They're still called scorpions.
Right?
Scorpion tanks. No, now they're called spider tanks.
Yeah.
We already have those.
Fine, they're lobster tanks. You happy? You fucking jackass.
Like crab tanks over there. I like crab more. So we have the tanks. Let's get off the tanks. So let's say the cinematic campaigns. We've seen that they've said that we're getting a bunch more cinematics. Who's the company that's working on the cinematics?
Blur.
Blur. Yeah.
Blur.
So
Oh, that really good racing game for the 360 and the PS3?
No, not that.
that game.
Basically, the person that does all of like Halos, they do a bunch of them. I think I want to say Overwatches they do as well. All their like cutscene like stuff. So they're like basically the top of the line.
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing really wrong with Destiny 1's cutscenes. It was just wasn't enough of them.
Yeah.
And some of them didn't make sense, like why you saw the stranger at the end of Vanilla and then you don't see her ever again for fuck knows why.
Or like when the speaker's like, I could tell you of just like, you're like could or you will. Like, why aren't you?
What's going on? But the Zavala cinematics, I think, were probably the best that I've seen so far.
Yeah,
With
and
him growing up.
definitely. I'm hoping those are like in-game cinematics as well, not just the trailer.
I hope that they have one for each of them.
Yes.
The 3 Vanguards.
Yes. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would
Like
be
maybe like what I'm hoping is like when you go to Titan, you see Zavala's, and then when you go to Nessus, you see the other one, and then Io, you go see the other one. When you like as you go there, like once that planet's open to you, it's like here's their story. Now you're gonna help them out type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
Didn't we hear
that worst game ever?
Didn't we hear somewhere that like basically there are quest lines for each Vanguard? Did we see that somebody?
I don't think it's confirmed, but it's basically assumed because why else would the 3 other people? Why would they go to the 3 new planets if you didn't? Although the one thing is that strike footage is on Nessus, which is not where Zavala is. He's on Titan.
Right.
So that's either after he gets over his issues on Titan, and that's like later in the game, or
It's before, possibly.
before or something. Basically, he's not on that planet at that time. Like he has nothing to do with that planet at the time, and I think people are kind of assuming just by the way they revealed him that Zavala is who you get first, but maybe not.
Wait, is it? Oh no, you're. Oh yeah, Cade's on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cade's there, and then
Cade's on Nessus.
Well,
Zavala's on Titan, and Akora is on Io.
right. And
E-I-E-I-O.
when me and Steven actually talked about this earlier, and like it's definitely possible that it's beforehand because from what I've heard, and it seems like Homecoming might not actually be the very beginning of the game. So it could definitely be something that you do beforehand.
I thought they stated that's the first mission.
Well, from what I've heard, it doesn't. It like based off of what some of the gameplay or the players that were actually there, it's not necessarily for sure the actual.
Yeah, they were saying that something could happen beforehand. The one guy from
and-
Ghost Stories podcast was saying like it seems like there's missing a lot of stuff that leading into that.
Yeah, I don't think that Strike though would be.
Yeah,
I don't think
and then
so either. But
like the fact that it's called Homecoming, it's like who's coming home? Like it's not the Cabal. Like
Gaul.
why would it be called Homecoming?
Did Gaul not look like a Cabal to anybody else? Like he looked like a retarded human. I don't know.
he looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Well, they all look like.
I was gonna say he looks like a Doom villain.
Yeah.
He's a locust, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be because he doesn't have a mask, and most of the Cabal we're used to.
Yeah.
The
Well,
helmets
he does
and
have that
stuff.
helmet. If you remember from the reveal trailer.
Oh yeah,
showed him.
that's right.
He has that weird like almost Oryx looking thing.
I do not remember that. I will have to look that up. So 4 planets. They said four planets including Earth. I don't like that they said it's 4 new planets because Earth is still the same planet. It's just a different zone.
Yeah.
And
Well, there
then-
could be one not revealed because it seems like there's one that's close to the sun.
It seemed like there were multiple spots that there could be
Yeah, because the director, someone took footage and had the director, and there was like little like circles on the map that didn't have anything in it. And I mean, it could just been styling, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, Mercury, I guess, like Mark was kind of saying, just because Mercury, you assume with Osiris eventually, Mercury will be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So it could just been placeholders for the future, but
True.
And then from that video we watched earlier, they were saying about how like Mars's moon Phobos, if that maybe could be a little one that's somewhere on the map that they go, but guess we'll just have to wait on that for more information. But the big thing with those is you get a map. You get a map on each planet, and it's pretty detailed and like accurate to where stuff is. Not on like the other map. You don't really get a map, but when you went to the director, it was like plague lands are over here, and this is way down here. But it really wasn't that big of an area. So now we get maps that are to scale, I guess they should say.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Was the Dreadnought to scale?
Yes-ish. It was more to scale than the other places.
True.
Yeah, and you get multiple landing points too, and you get to pick.
Right.
Yeah,
that would
I like
be
that a lot.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah. The thing too is, will you be able to, like, if you're on one side of Nessus and you want to go to the other side, do you have to just sparrow there, or can you like fly? Yeah.
Well, I guess if there's no orbiting, you can probably just choose it and then kind of be loaded there.
Yeah. If there are multiple load zones.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty interesting to do. Let's talk about some of this other stuff that you can do on patrol. There's patrol missions, bounties, or whatever they're called. And then there's the lost sectors, adventures, the public events that are heroic or not. I'm curious as to how it makes it heroic. Like, it's like if you beat the spider tank in under 2 minutes, you get heroic rewards, and if you just beat it, it's normal.
Yeah, because I think they're the same regardless. It just said that they had heroic objectives,
right?
That you can like choose to do or not to do. So I'm guessing it could be something. I don't know what that would be though.
It could be something like there's a spider tank, and then there's like a captain during the spider tank, and you also have to like kill the captain, along with the spider tank or something like that.
I could see that.
Something that makes it a little more meaningful when you get the gold stars.
Right. Oh, we got 3 gold stars. Beat them. Yeah. The lost sectors, those are the dungeons, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that. I'm a pretty big fan of dungeons just because like they always seem to be challenging but rewarding for the most part. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how that is going to work. I'm hoping that's what they show at E3. I know probably won't be, but I just want to see like how does that work? Is it going to be like a one and done thing, or are they going to refresh them weekly and they're going to be in different spots, or like because it's like I guess it's probably what it's going to be like on a rotation. I imagine there'll be different ones and then it'll rotate and it'll rotate and rotate and rotate. But I don't know.
Right.
From what I think I heard, I believe there's actually like specific things you actually have to do to find where they are. So it's definitely possible that they either like there only certain ones are open at a certain time, and you have to do there's like prerequisites for them, which is impossible.
They could be random, like if you choose like if you do some of the patrol missions, they always like a lot of them take place in the same area. Like the same, like, you know what I mean, like area, but they're different enemies in there sometimes. Mm-hmm. It could be something like that, like you do certain things to like start the lost sector. So the lost sector might look the same, but like a different guy would be in there or something.
Right.
So something like that, maybe.
Yeah. Or
like
go ahead.
1 week you drop in and it's fallen. The next week you drop in and there's hive guys in there, or something like that. Is that what you're talking about, Mark?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
And I was going to say, I mean, to add on to sort of what Mark was saying, maybe it's kind of similar to like how when you're in the process of doing these patrols, every once in a while you get those random patrols where you don't know what you're supposed to do until you find out. So it could be something like that.
That'd be pretty interesting. I want to see how big these public, like not the public events, but the lost sectors are. Like, how is it going to take you just 5 minutes to go through and you got to kill a yellow bar knight? Or is it going to be, it's going to take you 20 minutes and you got to kill these yellow bars and then you got to kill like a bigger guy, like not an ultra. I don't think ultras would be there, but a couple of majors. So I'm just curious to see how long those will be.
It would be cool if it was like Court of Oryx, kind of. And it was like,
Yeah.
you know,
That
it's
would
like,
be pretty cool.
you gotta get these two guys close to each other. Just, you know, not necessarily that same mechanic, but
Just
like
some kind of
mechanics like
mechanic.
that.
Yeah, some kind
Yeah,
of
a
mechanic.
special mechanic to actually get through it.
Right. I'm
I'm also wondering what the rewards would be.
Yeah.
right.
That's the other thing. It's like,
Yeah.
are they gonna actually make it worth doing? Because it sounds cool in theory, but if the rewards for it are kind of doo-doo, you're probably gonna be like,
Yeah.
maybe I don't have to do this. Like,
The other thing too is making sure the rewards are like if you once you hit level 20, like the rewards don't matter anymore.
right.
Like
That's what I mean.
Court of Oryx, like you could get up to like 400 for your artifact, but nothing else.
Yeah.
So it's like this is kind of useless to do.
I feel like I'm optimistic that the rewards will be pretty good, just because I feel like it'll be a good way for like single players or solo players to kind of build their armor and stuff like that without having to do the raids and stuff like in group type things.
Yeah. But they can't make them too good because because you would assume they're not as hard as like a strike. So they can't make it like you can't be like, oh, it's better rewards than like say doing strikes because then
Yeah.
what would you rather do? You know what I mean? Like a huge strike that takes forever, or you know what I mean? Spend a little time in a lost sector.
I guess it'll be like it'll have its own armor set, and then it'll be kind of
Yeah.
like here's the Lost Sector armor set, and you can,
Yeah.
you know, or maybe there'll be like a couple things, or maybe a few guns that go with it. Kind of like Prison of Elders has its own stuff, kind of something like that, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm also kind of thinking it could also be like right now in Destiny 1 when you patrol and you find the chests, like sometimes you definitely always get the materials from whatever planet it is, but then sometimes you may get like a purple or a blue engram. I'm feeling like that's going to be the type of rewards it is, but you get maybe more of them. So like you'll get 2 purple engrams and a bunch of materials.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing too with the materials I was thinking about is since we don't have a tower, is there going to be somebody who sells those materials, or is it going to be back to the daily grind of running around and finding 200 spin metal?
I don't
Yeah.
think they'd do that to us again.
You
You know what I
don't
mean?
think
Like you learned the first time around. I think they'd have a vendor. So you know what I mean?
I'm assuming that. Well, I shouldn't say I'm assuming. I'm hoping that it's just planetary materials and not like you need this one or this one or this one or this one, because it's just so much spots for the same thing basically.
So you're just thinking hopefully like when they had plasteel plating, the hadronic essences, and whatever the hunter one was, the sapphire wire, whatever it was, like, and they turned all of those into armor materials. That's what you're thinking it's going to be.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's what you're hoping it's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if they'll actually do that.
I don't think so because it would just, I don't know. I feel like the different ones make you go to the different planets. Like you could just sit on Earth the whole time and just farm it and farm it and farm it, and then, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like they want
That's
some
what
kind of
I
grind.
like doing that. That's my main thing. I don't think people like enjoy running around and just getting relic iron and on Mars.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
have you
Well, not-
actually had to do that other than the
I do,
quest?
only because all my shit usually needs relic iron and then I run out. Well, actually, at this point now, I'm usually like almost max legendary mark, so I just go to the fucking guy and go, here, just give me like 100 relic iron, and then I'm done with this shit.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But also too now is even if you do have to go out and grind, there's a lot more stuff to do. It's not just random public events like in Destiny 1. So you're like, I'm gonna go spend an hour like grinding spin metal, and then randomly there's the spider tank, or I hit the same spider tank twice, but now we'll get, you know, some extra stuff.
Well, I believe all the like the patrol events and stuff like that are on the maps. Like they're like, you know how we used to be able to go to Destiny Tracker or whatever, and it told you when and where it's supposed to happen. That's all supposed to be on the maps now.
Why are you guys laughing?
Because on my computer it just popped up, Avast, anyone can see what you do online. Hide me now.
Oh,
I'm in chat. I'm not.
Yeah, Joe, we want people to see us.
right.
Exactly. There's only one person watching. It's probably Tony. Hey, Tony.
Tony ain't shit.
Damn. Damn.
I gotta continue that trend, talking
True.
shit about him on MIDA
Yeah.
True.
every week.
We'll just rename it to the Talking Shit About Tony podcast.
It'll be called the Taz. It'll be Tony ain't shit.
Tony ain't shit podcast. Hey.
Holy shit.
Like,
So
this podcast
also,
it's about Destiny. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Tony.
people come here just to get Tony's. No, what a bitch. Adventures. Another thing to mention. There's a bunch of NPCs now randomly in the areas. What do you guys think about stuff like that?
I think it's good regardless. It's more to do. That's
Right.
like I said. Even if the lost sectors are kind of doo doo, like even if it's like the rewards aren't that good, it's still something to do.
Yeah.
Which is
Right.
the main thing. Like, because once you do like the weekly nightfall, although I saw something that there was like nightfall tokens, and you had like 10 of them a week. So I don't know if that was per character or
The passes. I think that's what it said.
Yeah, passes maybe it was called, and it was like 10. So I was like, oh, like that's interesting. Like, because is that like account wide? But we're not talking about. But like once you get done with all those weekly things that you can't do anymore, it seems like you'll have actual stuff you can just do.
Right.
You know, if you want to play Destiny, like we usually do, or if we're like, oh, what do we want to do? And then we usually just do like, Crucible or something like that. If we want to do PvE, you can do that. The only thing is I'm wondering is how big patrols are going to be because they haven't said anything about that.
Yeah.
Well,
They have said the spaces are bigger. I forget if it was Dotto or someone else had said that Bungie had told them that it was going to be at least 26, which was the weirdest number I've ever heard in my life. But I was like,
26 is how many people can be in a space.
Oh,
That's
in
how
an
many people
instance,
were in. Well, if you looked at the farm, whoever was playing on the farm, when they went to like the start menu, like the roster part of the menu, and it said 1 out of 26.
okay, so it might be more than that. It could be 32 for all, and there's only 26 people in that instance.
What's 3 times 6?
18.
6 times 6 is 36, though.
True.
Well, because I could see, you know what I mean? It could be 3. Because right now it's 3 fire teams of 3. It could be like 3 fire teams of 6.
It could be 30, too.
Well, that was just the farm, so that's like the tower. The tower right now has space for 16.
Why would they
Which
hit 10
is-
more people? That seems.
16 doesn't
yeah.
go into 3 at all.
Actually, did anyone go look to see if they changed the player count on like the Xbox store? Because that'd be interesting.
What do you mean?
I'll go look
Well,
now.
on the Xbox store, it tells you that you can play 1 to 16 people
On Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
on Destiny 2, and that was a lot of people were like, "Oh, it didn't change at all because it was the same player count." But now, if they maybe after this they confirmed it was 26, you know what I mean? If that's true,
Right.
that also could have been in the dev environment they put.
Right,
26,
that's what I'm thinking
so they
too.
have more
Yeah.
people, like
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right, that's what I was saying, is that I could see, like, 26 is just a weird number.
Yeah.
I could definitely see if it was like,
Focus.
weird looking.
We all
Anyways,
focus needs more focus.
it could be 30 or something, because
Yeah.
that's an actual,
Visible number.
divisible by 6 or 3.
Well, it could be 4 because now Crucible's 4. Maybe everything's going to change to 4 because that makes sense.
That's kind of weird.
Okay, well, cool.
Damn, we're just having dinner on the podcast.
Oh,
Where's my dinner?
Someone had said, I think it was some like article or something said that public events will be you and 9 other people, which didn't make sense. You know what I mean? That was something I saw like on Reddit. It was someone mentioned it. It was like, oh, public events are you and 9 other people, which would bring like
How would they know? They couldn't go to
up
public
to
events.
10. I think it was a developer who said it.
Oh, that's
Like-
weird.
Quoted saying it was you and 9 other people, but that doesn't make any lot of sense, number wise. Because right now it's 9, so why you get 1 extra person? Like,
I bet it's 60 on Scorpio.
yeah,
True. 40 on 40. I think that was all the PvE, unless there's anything
I was
else.
going to bring up about ventures. I wonder how, because are they just going to be kind of like how patrols are now, where you can't you have to finish it before you leave, or is it going to be like normal quests where you pick it up and it's just in your like quest log? Because adventures are just basically side quests,
Right.
So
Yeah.
So you
and
mean
then
like
do they change? Is it like side quests like go here and kill 5 enemies, and then you go back and he's like go here and kill 5 enemies, and you just go to a different area?
I was almost wondering if that was because they never really confirmed that bounties were coming back. What if that was just replacing bounties? Like, oh, go to this guy instead of picking up a bounty, you go to this guy and he gives you like a quest and
Just
you
20
don't have
grenade
to do it.
kills.
Yeah.
Right, like get down at the down this cave over in this part of the map, whatever. There's a bunch of fallen. Go take them out, type thing. It says, and then also you get things like kill 15 fallen or something, because there's 15 fallen there, or something like that.
That could be.
Yeah. That's entirely possible.
That'd be annoying though. Like right now, if I want to pick up bounties, I go to one person.
Right.
This would be like, oh, now I got to go to this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy to get all my bounties for the day or the week. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Are you eating?
Or running around.
Getting the cheese off. There's so much cheese.
What are you eating?
Taco meat.
Taco meat and cheese. That
Keto
looks...
diet. Let's go.
Okay.
I was trying to think of eating them.
Yeah.
You only got Tony watching. What up, Tony?
True.
Although we probably, literally by Friday, we'll have like 40 views on this video because logic.
True. Sword logic.
Sword logic.
Destiny reference. Anything else PvE? Anybody wants to talk about?
No, just that the
well,
raid
actually,
is on Earth.
we kind of covered it, but like, there's no orbiting basically. But I feel like it's optional though, because we've definitely seen images of ships and stuff like that, and there's definitely got to be loading screens for Crucible. So I don't think it's completely gone.
Yeah, I think it's just that you can load, like, if you're in another area, you want to go to a different planet, you just click it. And I bet you still show yourself, like, the ship, like...
Flying in and out?
Maybe off the Earth and then going through, like, the warp, you know what I mean? Like, going off the planet and warping through.
I think they just got rid of that holding thing where you have to, like, if you want to go from Earth to Mars, you don't have to go to orbit, then go to Mars. You can actually just do it with one click. And it just...
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's what they said, is that there's no more going to orbit to go to somewhere else. So I
Right.
think that's exactly what you're... So like if we're on Earth, we can be like, oh, I want to go to Nessus. So you just open your map, you click on Nessus. We still get the loading screen with the ships, and then you're on Nessus.
Oh,
Right.
I was saying that'd be funny, actually, if it still showed you going to orbit, but just took out the part where you had to click. Like, it showed you, and then all of a sudden it just, like, it just still did the countdown and then launched you.
It's literally just... later.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
It did the same thing. It just
what was the point of that?
You don't click. You only had to do one click instead of going to orbit, then clicking around.
I just hope in all of this that I can stay in my fucking menu without it kicking me out.
Nope. Kicking your ass out. You know what, though? On Scorpio, we're going to be able to just go straight to the planet, no load screens.
No, absolutely, because it'll be in 60 frames per second.
Yeah, how about that?
Good God. All right, we're getting out of PvE. Let's
Well,
go
hold
to
on.
God damn it, Mark.
Do we want to talk about the changes to the, like, them taking out Grimoire and then the lore
That's
later?
Later, Mark.
that's another section, right?
Yeah, that's in another section. That's in the general.
No one's divided me to
Well,
the.
you don't
You
have
know why? You know why? Because you have a stupid Android phone. That's why.
Well, maybe you should include others. We're all special.
PvP.
PvP.
PV garbage.
True. All right, 4v4 across all modes. Don't know if that includes trials of
It does.
the 9.
They confirmed that. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they did? Okay. New mode countdown, which is basically defusing bombs.
Yeah, but you don't really even have to though. Like,
Yeah.
you can still win the game just by killing off the entire team.
Which makes me think no one's going to do the bomb ever, and it's going to be the dumbest
Right.
mode ever. It's basically elimination.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the bomb's there for if, like, someone was camping,
Yep.
and they're like,
Yeah.
well, if you're going to camp, I'm just going to plant this, and you can come. It's also to draw people out, because if it was just elimination, because that's what it is elimination, but with the bomb.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's less camping because, like, the other team has to be more actively seeking the people with the bomb because, like, they can just plant and then defend, and then you're drawn into them.
Right.
Well, I think it could also cause more camping because people just camping outside the bomb. Like, they're not even camping anymore in other places of the
Yeah,
map.
like,
They're just
you could just set the bomb off or turn the bomb on and then camp.
Well, that's what you do. That's the point.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but
how about we just take camping away? No camping. Okay.
I like my tens.
It's like fucking intense. So now we have
podcast.
now that we've got 4v4, they've said smaller maps. The map that they were able to play and get videos of, like all of the streamers or whatever, it looked pretty small. Like it looked like not. It looked like Bannerfall, but like half the size. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like.
pretty contained.
It looked like the middle of Bannerfall, basically,
Yeah.
but with like taller, like
Just
buildings.
like the street.
Yeah.
What else we have? Slower overall. I don't know what you meant by that, Justin.
Basically, what they said is the game is slowed down. Like it takes longer to kill people. It's like everything feels a little bit slower, is what I've heard from a few different streamers. I know like True Vanguard said that on the one video I sent today, and like he said, everything feels a little bit more like heavy.
Is it going to slow down when it's 60 frames per second on Scorpio?
No, then it'll be like normal Destiny 1 speed at that point.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then the PS4 Pro is going to be back to going.
But yeah, they
One-
did
yeah.
melee. It's 3 hits now.
Yeah, melees are not as effective.
Melees are 3 hits. Sticky grenades weren't 1-hit KOs anymore. You can't super a super guardian and
Well,
kill
I
him
mean-
in 1 hit.
Yeah, with one hit, you can't.
Right.
Yeah, basically, from what everything I'm hearing is that my brain stopped working. I
Got too much
I
meat
had
in
a
your
point and
mouth.
I forgot.
Too much meat in your mouth.
That's about the guns.
Oh, yes, that was the point. Was that literally everyone said like this game is going to be less about your grenades, your melees, your supers, because you only get like super like once a match, maybe twice if you're like really having an out of your mind game. That's what they were saying. But yeah, they said it's going to be more focused on the guns. So if you suck with guns, you're going to suck.
So you?
So
Steven-
you? Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Anyone that's a
Whoa.
warlock,
Oh.
Actually, funny enough, I probably will suck if I have to use guns. As
Well,
long as
I think just being 4v4, we're all just suck some more. So.
Yep.
True. Well, we're not even playing with Justin. It's just me, Brandon, Mark, and Melissa. So
Okay. Well, that
True.
makes eases my pain a little bit more.
have a good day.
Because, like, that's just going to be terrible playing with it.
Justin, you can join Tony when he buys it in 3 years.
3 years?
No, Tony, you buying it day one. We're gonna face them once they have private matches, and we're gonna show them they bitches. But you're gonna have to carry me. Just be very. I'm terrible. Like I'm awful.
he's pretty terrible.
Actually, I know you guys don't like it, but I actually like that it's 4. I just wish that. I think we just need to kick Mark out. Oh, he's here. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
See,
If it wasn't for the fact that we have a group of 6, sometimes as big as 8, I would say, like, if we did have 8, it wouldn't really be a big deal because we split 4 and 4. But that'd still be a problem in the party because we'd be calling out things and they'd be calling out things, and that's the only thing is because we have a bigger group, it kind of sucks just because, like I said. But I like that they're going back to like Halo 3 Team Slayer when it was 4 versus 4 because I love that. So, but in the smaller maps, I like that too. Because it's just more action. It's not running around finding someone. There's someone always around. But I just hate for us because they kind of fragments our group.
Right.
About how we're going to split it up. I mean, we'll probably just do 3 and 3, I assume, but I don't know.
Are you talking about with private matches or like when we just play Crucible? What are you
We'll just
talking
play
about?
Crucible or assuming there's an Iron Banner or... I mean, it's kind of
Oh.
for trials because usually on the weekends, not everyone's usually around at the same time usually, it seems like. But... I suck at trials anyway, so...
Right. Me, Brandon, Mark, and Melissa. I don't know what you're not understanding.
You guys are going to the Lighthouse.
About
The
that.
lighthouse is actually blown up. The Cabal blew it up, so we're actually going to Zer's house.
So there's house.
Zer's house,
Zer's
yeah.
house. Yeah.
Or wherever
I
the
mean-
9 are.
It's just a rumor. It wasn't confirmed, but supposedly it's not Trials of Osiris anymore. It's Trials of the 9.
Right.
That's what that guy leaked, right? The guy.
I thought Bungie confirmed it was Trials of 9.
Yeah, I thought it was confirmed, actually.
Oh.
Look it up. Google search that bitch.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because it's not going to be available day one.
Yeah, it's not going to be available at launch, but it will be available before the first expansion,
Right.
which my guess is December because that's when Dark Below came out, but they could always switch it up.
So
I got more stuff. But I wanted to be moved off, but I wanted to respond to Justin about because you said you liked it, and I don't like it. Like, if fracturing is annoying, like, because it doesn't make sense with the numbers they have, because it's like 3 people for a strike and 6 for a raid, but then 4 for crucible. It just doesn't.
That part
those numbers, like you said, we'll split 3 and 3. Then we have a random, and what if that random sucks? Like, you're just brought down by that one person.
Well, then you just have, if I'm on your team, you just have 2 shitty people.
Yeah, exactly. Right? But I think too. I think with it being 4v4, how they changed it, they went way more competitive, and I just feel like it's going to be way more intense, and that's going to lead, like, to me not playing Crucible as long. Because right now, I could probably play, like, regular Crucible for, like, hours on end. But this Crucible is just way more competitive, and I could only do it for maybe a couple hours before I'd just be so worn out from it.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying you don't like being sweaty?
Exactly. I like to stay cool. I have the air running about at, like, 50 all the time.
He's got fucking icicle hanging from his nose.
I feel like the main idea behind it, besides being more competitive, is probably the speed up matchmaking. Like I definitely think that it'll probably there's less there's less people to join in one match, more people going everywhere else, and so it'll probably make it a little easier, quicker to actually start a fight.
Yeah, and overall lag should be a little bit easier. You only have to connect with,
12.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they say they were changing it to connection based? I thought somebody.
They said they were going to work more to make it so that it's more connection based, even in trials. That not even, it won't even matter what your card is. It'll be more like connection, which kind of weird, just because trials is kind of more of a skill thing anyways, so it's like if you're kind of funny if like you're going for 6 wins and it's like the hardest match of your life and you pull it out, and then 7 and 8 are just like the noobiest of noobs and you just waste them.
Well, that happens now. I guess that happened with when Brandon and Mark and I played. I don't know, whenever the last time we played, we got like 3 wins. We had a pretty tough match, but then like 4 and 5 were super easy. Like the people just sucked. It was kind of weird. So let me ask all of you this then. So if Bungie was like, we're going to do connection-based matchmaking, and then we're going to do skill-based after that, and it may take a little bit longer to get people, would you rather have that, or would you rather just have connection-based, and then you have a chance of getting somebody who's super easier, or you get somebody who's going to pub stomp your ass like every time?
I hope there's a little bit of skill-based involved. Just because there's got to be. I obviously. Shit, I forgot where I was going with this.
That's 2 of us.
Yep. Basically, there's meant to be challenge, obviously, and it's not. It's supposed to be easy to get to the tower, quote unquote. Not tower, lighthouse, wherever it is now.
Well, that's for trials. I'm talking about for regular PvP.
Oh, regular PvP.
Yeah, if we're just going in to play control.
I'm okay with just connection based. I feel like there's enough people in general playing regular Crucible that should be fairly competitive overall, or nothing too intense. We'll see. So yeah, I definitely rather just have connection based in regular Crucible first and foremost.
Gentlemen.
Well, the thing is, too, is like if you pub stomp someone or someone pub stomps you, then they're going to break your teams up anyways and make you reconnect with someone else. So eventually, you would hope that eventually you get connected with a team that's similarly matched, at least.
Yeah, but if you never do. I feel like this, again, a lot of this is, you got to wait until see what happens, but I almost feel like this is going to end, how Crucible's going to end up is not, it's going to be like Trials now, where not that many people play, and the only people playing are like the hyper competitive, like the people who are the people who are good. You know what I mean? Like everyone else is just turned away because like every time they've loaded in, they've just gotten killed. You know what I mean? They just got.
See, I don't think so. I think you're like overstating it a little.
Maybe
I think it's gonna be just fine. Is really what I think.
Really?
It is.
Well, it could be. It definitely could be. But.
Like I think
okay.
The only part I think it will be more like competitive, because I think honestly what they're trying to do, because they bought, like, Activision owns MLG, like they bought that. Like Overwatch is becoming an esport. I'm sure Destiny 2 will become an esport. So
Yeah.
I think they're putting these things in place so that can happen. I was hoping that they would only get really competitive with trials, but the addition of that feed, even where like you pick up this ammo and it tells you what gun that ammo they picked it up for, or like what type of gun and what, you know, where they picked it up and you know who has it. So now you know, okay, someone's got a shotgun with heavy ammo or power ammo, excuse me. So, you know, over in, you know, the alleyway. So now you're like, okay, I know not to get into a close encounter with that person. So it's for people that are competitive, they take the information, they're able to strategize very well. Like they can take that and not and be like, okay, I know what to do exactly with that. Whereas someone like me is just like, shotgun, I'm gonna go kill him and help everyone.
And that's why we're gonna be a pump song.
Yep. You're like, also, why do you keep running into people with power ammo?
Also, if you want to know what our thoughts are on esports, check out the SPR episode 8 on YouTube or iTunes. You can learn what we think about esports. Nice little.
If you want to know if we think it's an actual sport, we don't actually tell you what our thoughts on it. Right?
True.
True.
Yeah. So, talk about the ammo that you guys brought up, the heavy ammo. One thing I saw when I was watching some videos is that like it's not special anymore. The energy ammo, like it looked like that just randomly dropped from players, like when they got killed. So like you kill somebody and it either randomizes between kinetic or energy. I thought that was kind of big deal, really, when they said that energy weapons do more damage to super guardians.
Yeah, and they're also the like they have the like arc and solar and void based weapons. Those are all the like, primaries sort of that have the powers, so to speak.
Right. So I don't know. I didn't see any when I was watching the videos. If there was any elemental boxes, like the green boxes. I don't know if did anybody else see any of those?
I think the green boxes are for both, right?
No, the purple's for heavy.
No, I meant for both like kinetic and energy.
Well, were there actual boxes though?
I don't think there was.
No, there wasn't. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just from killing guardians is when you get.
Yeah, or enemies. I think literally the only ammo you can pick up, like actually from a box, is heavy or not heavy power. Jeez, I keep power.
And
it's on the wall now. It's like it's not on like the ground in a big crate. It's like on the wall, and supposedly it falls like what do they say, 30 seconds in.
Something like that, yeah.
Like every 30 seconds in the match. So which makes sense because only one person can pick it up.
Right.
It'd be really stupid if like once a match, one person got heavy ammo. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I do like that it tells you where they pick it up.
Yeah.
Just so you know to stay away from that area.
Well, right. Also, it's like they have a rocket. You're like, okay, steering clear of that area. Yeah. The one thing I think that'll be cool about it is like it'll kind of be. I think it'll make, in a weird way, it'll make trials a little bit easier because it's almost forcing you to learn the maps in a way that you do need to do for trials. Whereas, because like right now, like the one time I tried to get carried to Lighthouse, it didn't happen because the two people carrying me were super drunk. But and they were like three. Well, no, I was actually. They're like, you're actually doing pretty good. I don't. They're like, oh, you know, whatever. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we're from England.
What?
Anywho, like I was saying, like they were saying, like, okay, this is this part of the map, this is that part of the map, this is like when you're, you know, if you see someone, call out where they're at. Just don't say like, oh, I see someone. Just like say the place, and then we'll know. Okay, do this and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna teach people, I think, that a little bit more, like without them actually having to try, because you'll just see under the radar it says where you're at all times. So you can be like, oh, okay, this is the alleyway, this is, you know, the balcony, this is that, and you'll be able to actually learn that stuff. Now I don't know if people will actually care enough to do that, but I know I'll be like, oh, okay, this guy's in this, and then like you'll be like, oh, where'd you die? What'd you die from? Oh, I died from this. There's two guys over this part of the map. You guys will know, okay, we need to go to that part of the map to take those guys out, type thing.
I think if you want to get better at Crucible, you need to learn the call outs, and I think this, like you were saying, it definitely helps. And I think people will maybe even subconsciously start learning that. Like when they pick it up, it's like, you picked up power in the alleyway, and they're like, oh, I'm in the alleyway. So then, you know, when they're continuing to play, they're like, hey, I'm in the alleyway, there's two guys here.
Yeah, right. I think it'll be a lot like how we call out like A, B, and C now.
Right, or like outside heavy or inside heavy. You could say it'll be alleyway heavy or balcony heavy or
Yeah.
you know rock heavy.
Power.
I'll probably still call it heavy
Yeah.
for like a year after the game comes out.
Nah, we're forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Just like we call, just like we call the wizards witches.
Right.
True. Although
True.
certain.
No, they're not.
Took
They're
3 years.
witches.
I think that was it really for PvP that we had on the list. Was there any?
Do we want to just segue that right into the weapon changes? Since we're
Sure, we
talking
can do
about
that.
all this fun stuff.
Yeah. So
Like a fuck up saying heavy. Some word.
new weapon system with kinetic, energy, and power. Basically, kinetic and energy are the 4 main primaries and sidearms now, right? So
Yes.
there's 5 total. There's one more, the SMGs.
Yes.
Oh yes.
So there's 6 total primaries that can be kinetic or energy. And then there's shotguns, snipers, fusions, grenade launchers, and rockets. So it's 5 power.
Well, we're assuming swords. We know swords are in the
Oh
game.
yeah,
I don't know
swords.
where
Yeah, and whatever
Right.
the that volley is, or whatever the
Oh, the dubious. Yeah.
whatever
I
that's
think
supposed
they
to be
would count
categorized
that as
as.
a grenade launcher, I think.
Oh.
Just from the way it fired, it looked like a grenade launcher.
So yeah, it's almost like its own weapon. in a weird
Yeah,
way.
seriously,
True.
it's like a mix between grenade launcher and fusion rifle or something.
Roll weird. Roll. So what do you guys? What's your thoughts on the system, on the new weapons?
You
I
guys
honestly
wanna go first?
don't know what to think about it yet. I gotta like the biggest question mark to me is the energy, because it's like how does that actually work? Is it like a special, like you don't get as much ammo for it, you're not using it as much, or what? Like how does that work exactly? Mojo, get chill, Phil, brah. So lay down. Anyway,
Mark, what's your thoughts on it?
I'll have to see how those changes are. It's one of those where you gotta. But I actually think it's just gonna be 2 primaries. I think it's just you're gonna get ammo for both equally, and it's just gonna be switching back and forth through them. But yeah, like although I guess they just never showed a heavy machine gun unless someone from Bungie confirmed they're no longer there.
Well, what is the Gatling gun kind of?
Well,
That
yeah,
was an
that
auto
was-
rifle.
Oh, it is.
That's an auto rifle.
It's an auto rifle, and so
Yeah.
I think it's called Sweet Business, if I remember correctly.
Oh
Sweet
yeah,
Christmas.
okay.
Well, the other thing too is that there was a leak, I believe, the day before the reveal about a bunch of stuff for Destiny 2, and everything in it was right. And one of the things that in it was the heavy machine guns were removed and kind of just like they dispersed them because they just thought they just weren't able to find balance in the power weapons. I'm guessing because you know a lot of those. Why would you not use a heavy machine gun almost? And when you have all of the options there, like. There's a few instances in PvP, but I'm saying for PvP, it's like, yeah. But I mean, they said that they were removed, but I don't think Bungie's ever confirmed it, though. I mean,
Yeah, well, if you think about it in PvP now with heavy machine guns, like if you get one of the ones I think that had a lot of ammo is like Quillam's Terminus. Like you could have 40 rounds and be able to kill 15 people because it's only 2-3 shots.
Mm-hmm.
So then you could just, if you don't die, you have it for a while. So, but with rockets, you only have 2 or 1, and then you fire and you're done. So it could definitely be a balance thing, especially in PvP where they're trying to balance it out.
The crazy thing is that True Vanguard said actually snipers and shotguns were the 2 best power weapons right now.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Because he said shotguns, he's like, it's almost like they both got buffed. Like he's like shotguns, you wreck. Like you could, it's like.
Which makes sense considering they're now exclusive to.
Right.
Power.
And that's why I'm okay with it. Like, only one person's going to get ammo for their shotgun probably, every 30 seconds. And then it's like, once he's down, it's gone. So I'm assuming. He also said that it seemed like there's precision damage.
He did show with the shotgun there was one pellet that had a precision shot.
Like 44 or something. So
yeah.
It's interesting. It's like, it's almost like to bring it back to like when there was a shot package was a perk.
Yeah. Fuck shot package. So we got those guns, but within those guns, we have the new Foundry Weist, which I thought looked pretty cool. Nothing. Anybody got nothing?
I can't remember off the top of my head what it looked like. I mean,
I literally just gonna let you just hang out to dry. Just like once you sit there, just be like, anyone?
I'm trying to host here, and you guys are assholes.
Mind, like we couldn't hear him. Like
We wish I would. I like them. I mean, I don't know what their characteristics. God, I'm not even drinking. But anyways, I like that they're green and black, like that color scheme. I really like their color scheme. Like, I'm hoping that there's more of that. I'm curious what other guns will. I think there was an SMG, and
that was the only one I think that we could definitely confirm. And then the guy with all the blurry fucking pictures that you couldn't see half of them, he said that one could be like a pulse rifle or something. But
yeah. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I thought it was a pulse rifle.
But I'm just wondering what their story is, and also I'm wondering because Mark Noseworthy, the one lead, had posted like the Foundries, and then now a new one joining Vice, and like he confirmed it, and Tex Mechanica was on that list. So I'm like, are they going to expand that and actually make more of those guns, or what's the deal?
That was my initial thought when we kind of first started talking about Destiny 2 and we started talking about like the wilderness and how we were going to be going out there as more weapons from Tex Mechanica, which are like old Western weapons, which are kind of like weapons you would find on a farm type thing. So
like a legit revolver.
Right. I'm pretty sure somebody showed something.
Yeah, I think it was in
somewhere.
those maybe blurry shots. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool if we got like an actual revolver or something like that, or even like somebody I saw posted like a kind of like a bolt action scout rifle. So not like No Land Beyond, but maybe a little bit faster bolt action type of scout.
Also from those blurry shots, there was one that looked like it was like a sawed-off shotgun.
But it was like a Yaller horn.
But it was like a Yaller horn, yeah. But it was like super short. Like he was holding like this, but it was like super stubby. So I'm like, damn, that
sounds like your penis.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Mark heard.
You had a small penis.
Fuck you, Mark. Come on now. Help me out here.
I didn't say I confirmed it.
Look at how big it is. I'll take my pants off. I won't. Not till this Sunday on the Drunk Cast. You don't even know about this guy. If you're watching, you know now. What?
And only Tony's watching, so he knows. Because he's going to be on it.
Tony knows. Hey, must be some money. I don't know why I said that. Why don't I say anything? I'm just going to be quiet now.
That's for the best.
Let's see. Well, let's go back. That's kind of a good segue. So we talked about the weapon foundries. I'd like to know a little bit more about the foundries. You know, we get a little bit in the Grimoire from Destiny 1, but I'd like to see, I don't know, more involvement with what they are and like why they're doing what they're doing. But that goes into lore in the game and no Grimoire cards. So how are we going to learn in Destiny 2 Vice's backstory? Like, where are we learn it?
So from what I've seen, all lore is in game. There's actually I think for certain items, there's actually a show lore button now. I think I saw. I don't know if that's just like just items on hand, or if that's like a button for in patrol as well, or maybe it's just something you can. The in patrol is more like scannable items. But like I never read the grimoires myself. I usually just listen to ghost stories, but I love the backstories to a lot of certain characters, and like hopefully they'll still be able to produce those kind of stories without the grimoire. That's what I'm hoping, at least.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's like maybe some type of like, even if it's just at the social space, like some kind of like library almost, where like I
already told you it's an old lady and she knows all. When you find out something, she knows it. You go to talk to her.
All right.
Why isn't it like a Vex mind? You go to like one of the big Vex minds and you
the
talk
Oracle.
It's the speaker. That's his purpose.
There we go.
He actually does something.
See, what I think would be cool is like if they had a thing where like I said, like kind of like a library or something, and then like you could just like read, or maybe you'd even have like an audiobook kind of thing where you'd be like play, and it would like have like someone just read it, so you can kind of just sit there and like just listen. Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of cool too.
I think that would be cool if it was on IO, because that's where the Warlock kind of starts, and that's where they do all their not worshipping, but they're like learning and training from what we saw as IO. And so it'd be pretty cool if there's like the Warlock archives are
Yeah.
on IO, and that's
Massive
where all your
library.
Grimoire. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they didn't cut it out. Like they're just like, we're gonna dumb this down and make this just the game story. We're gonna make the game story better, but we're not actually gonna invest in those deeper stories because some of those deeper stories, a lot of those deeper stories are better than what's in the game. And I'm glad that there's people out there that went out and like pieced it together and presented it either in podcasts or videos like Bife, stuff like that. Because like otherwise, most people would not even know because it was like you had to go somewhere and you had to read it, and sometimes there was like several cards that were pertaining to a subject, so they had to read it all and then piece it together which way it was supposed to go. It was just a bunch of really. I mean, we know why that Grimoire system was made because they had to do something with all that story, and they didn't know what to do, and they were
They didn't want to just chuck it.
So they just went, boop, and that was that. But hopefully they, like, I'm fine for in-game lore, even if it's in like your menu. It's like you pick something up and you can read. Like a codex,
Right.
like Mass Effect has, for instance. You just go to codex and read it.
Actually,
Exactly.
Idea. What if they did like Assassin's Creed, where when you approach something, it just came up in the corner and said like hit start to like read more.
Okay.
Like you didn't need to. So pretty much it'd be the like you go back in your menus later if you wanted to, but at the time, like when you get something new, it pops up saying like hit this button, and then it pretty much give you the Grimoire card.
Right.
Like on the screen. So it'd still be Grimoire cards, but they'd just be called something different, like Imrar Rards.
Ojo, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, what?
It's like, fuck you guys.
Bark ever again.
You told me we were going to break my legs.
Bark. 2 weeks to come back over.
Right? So emotes. We're skipping up to emotes. How you like them?
From what I saw, they're cool.
Yeah.
They are there.
Specifically the sitting ones. What do you think about the sitting one?
I think they're fitting to the classes now. It makes sense. Like, there's the laid back one for the hunter. And then what else? There's the kneeling one for the warlock, I believe.
No, the Titan kneels on one knee, and the Warlock looks like a hooker and just gets on both knees.
Yeah.
So
it's like in contemplation or prayer or something.
meditation.
Almost. Yeah, meditation. There you go. That's what the one I was going for.
Contemplation.
Whatever, the same thing.
Should I jump down this giant hole? Should I not jump down this giant hole?
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, Cal, get on your knees, and then he's gonna get.
Like, okay.
This is the thing, though. Is like this, like, are those like class specific new sitting animations? Like, did they
believe
confirm?
so.
They just
Yes.
okay, because I was wondering, like, or can you change your sitting animation now? You like every all the 4 directions are programmable. Where now sit, down on the D-pad is, maybe there's 5 different ones or something like that. Because I know that's one thing everyone wants is like, cool, you let me buy all these emotes, but I can only put one. Like, I don't really want my regular dance. I'd rather have a different, I'd rather do the freaking cha-cha on that one, and then on the left, I'd rather have something else, so.
It would be cool to do that. I was kind of hoping that we'd get a lot more.
They were working on that.
Mm-hmm.
For Destiny 1, it just never happened.
I also was kind of hoping that we get more dances, like people capturing dances. Like we got like kind of a little bit of each dance, I feel like, but then like the video cut out, like they skipped to a different section. So I really, I don't know why, but the dances seemed very slow and like very weirdly moving. I don't know if anybody else saw that.
The only one I saw was the one where it's like a half wave with their arms, and then they kind of do like a little, I don't know, like a spermish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they? Madonna?
Vogue.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. What else we got on this list? Armor now has armor.
Yes, it does.
So armor now has armor, recovery, and agility as opposed to intellect, discipline, and strength, which basically I'm assuming means that the cooldowns for super, grenade, melee, and whatever that third one are all the same for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or class.
Yeah, or at least
Or subclass.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of subclass, good segue, Mark.
We're not
Subclasses are reworked.
no segue.
Well, then say something. You guys need to talk. I'm supposed to be hosting. You're supposed to be talking.
You didn't
Justin
let
just wants to. Justin just wants to
You're
watch
like,
TV.
speaking of subclass, Mark, right as he started.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Like I
fuck
said,
your
I was
point.
waiting for
I'm
other-
moving on.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for other people to say anything,
Mark.
and then I was gonna jump in.
Mark,
Because
what
I
are
like
your
the-
thoughts
What?
on armor recovery and agility replacing intellect, discipline, and strength? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts?
Yeah, your thoughts.
Cool.
Fuck this. I'm out.
I like it. I think it's gonna be, but I just wonder how they're gonna do that because, like, right now, like the Titan can have the most armor, and like the Hunter has the least. Like, is that still gonna be the same, or like can everyone have the same amount of armor? But they didn't really show it on the armor, so I guess
They didn't really show it.
We'll have to wait on that stuff.
My guess, my hypothesis is they're trying to make everyone as like at least with that type of stuff as equal as possible, so that they can kind of because like they don't want certain people like these people get more armor and these people. So I think they're trying to like because I said like we've been saying they're going more competitive. So I almost feel like maybe it will maybe it doesn't matter. Although it wouldn't make sense because really Hunter should by all means have the most agility just by looking at him. Titan should have the most armor by just looking at him. It just makes sense. And that leaves recovery for Warlock. So it's like I'm hoping that they leave it a little bit where like maybe certain armor just doesn't fall as high for certain characters.
That's probably
Well,
what I'm guessing.
In that True Vanguard video that you shared earlier today, he made a point of reference that it looked like the Titans actually had more armor than the Warlocks did, but it made them slower, which obviously is what it does in Destiny 1. But it's like it doesn't really do that because you could have the slowest agility on the lowest agility on a Titan, but they're still the fastest because they have Titan skating. So I feel like they took Titan skating away, but they made it so where if you want to actually be a tank Titan, you can be a tank Titan. Like you can have the max armor that actually makes a difference because I feel like it doesn't really make that much of a difference in what it is now. Like the difference in where your armor, if it's really high or really low. Like obviously for hunters, you can definitely see that in Destiny 1. Like if you have max agility and your armor's real low, like you die pretty quickly. But like the middle of the road for Warlocks and like the highest armor for Titans, there's not that much of a difference. So I'm kind of hoping we get to see a bigger difference in disparity between high and low for those stats.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm wondering maybe if it's like intended for you to kind of alternate between armor sets as well. You know, like for me, for the most part, I use pretty much the same kind of like set throughout, like even like PvP and PvE and stuff like that.
No wonder your hunter looks stupid.
It's the best hunter ever. Fuck you.
That's why you're here.
So I was just wondering maybe like there's more intention to, you know, use these different armors that they're creating for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I think that's also too to just kind of put it's almost like an artificial grind they've added because now you have to try it. Like if you want, because now it's like actually connected to something. Like before the recharges, it wasn't really that big of a deal. I feel like getting to tier 12 was almost just like something that people wanted to do just to do it. But it really wasn't like if you were tier 11 or even tier 10, it wasn't like you were at a major disadvantage. Whereas this, you know, if you're not the best you can be, you know, it's still probably not a major thing, but it could be the difference between, you know, how many bullets you die from like an auto rifle, for instance, in PvP. Like it could be a few less bullets if you don't have the max armor that you can have, type thing, you know, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm also, when you guys talk about changing armor sets, I think it'd be pretty cool if they actually had like, oh, you have full PvP gear, you get an extra +1 to your armor, or you get an extra +1 to your like they gave you perks for getting the whole armor set besides just the shader like we get now. Like if they actually gave you a bonus for getting the whole set, I thought that would be pretty cool.
That would be cool only depending on the perks. Because sometimes like you can't get the right perks, and so then like you know what I mean? Like you keep getting gauntlets or like a chest piece that has like hand cannon ammo or something, and you're like, no, I don't want, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm with Justin though. I think it's going to add way more of a grind depending on how they do it, because if you keep getting like you want to be, cause, like if you want to be like a max armor Titan, but you keep getting stuff not with the armor, like more armor,
yeah,
then you're just going to have to keep grinding. But again, we're gonna have to see because it could be like all three are on every piece of armor, and then you just click them, like depending on what you want to do.
Kind of like how you pick intellect, discipline, or strength now. Like you pick which one you want the most of.
Yeah, but instead of like 2 options, it's 3 on each piece. You know,
That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if there'll be like armor mods because we know there's weapon mods.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we just don't know what they are. like, like, are there actual things that change like the stats of a gun, or is it like
Ornaments. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess. It could
Oh,
be
true.
and they're just like ornaments? We don't want to call it ornaments. Those what's go on Christmas trees. We want to call them weapon mods.
And armor mods.
That's
I don't
true.
know. We would have to
Yeah, do
see.
you want to move on to subclasses?
Well,
No,
are we
we
going to
gotta-
talk about armor?
What about armor?
I was gonna say, what do we? Well, I guess this actually leads into subclasses. Because we think that exotic armor is going to affect more the subclasses now that the subclasses it looks like have like locked set of perks you can pick between.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's what they're going to move to is that the exotic like armor really help. Like it's going to be It's going to be like each piece is going to do something really big for you.
Like it's actually exotic.
Yeah, kind of like how Bones of
Yeah.
Yao changed for the Hunter, or even Saint 14 on the Titan, where like really really changed how you played. Almost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But not like like Tarantella. Like
Yeah.
it gives you a little bit of boost to
Arium
your
or any of the ones that gave you like an extra grenade or gave you
right.
a perk. That you know,
Most of the warlock chess pieces actually.
yeah.
There was no exotic armor shown in the gameplays, right? Just weapons.
Right.
For what I know, yeah.
Correct. They didn't show like any of the armor stuff, really.
Well, we kind of skipped. I mean, we guess we skipped over that. What do you think about those exotic ones we saw? So we saw 2, right? We saw the SMG and we saw the assault rifle
And
And
the
we
auto
saw
the
hand cannon.
and the hand cannon. What did the hand cannon do? What was the perks on the hand cannon?
It was basically like a Zen Meteor hand cannon.
Okay, I have an Xbox. Tell me what Zen Meteor does.
Well, it's like explosive rounds, basically. But they said like the explosions were like massive.
Yeah. So explosive rounds and combustible enemies.
Yeah.
Didn't it give you sunspots? Didn't it do sunspots?
And and I think it leaves sunspots where they blow up.
Yeah, it gave you sunspots. Didn't it also mark the enemies as well?
Yes, it did, I believe.
Well, that sounds like 4 Destiny 1 exotics in one gun.
Yeah.
Well, I think what it did was it was like Firefly with sunspots, and then it also marked them.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ammo also looks like giant orange raspberries, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Was that the one where the gun basically breaks in half? Is that the one that I saw?
No, it's still like a sideways clip.
like a last word type clip.
Yeah, and then the clip, like the actual ammo, looks like very organic almost.
Huh.
Or
Yeah, almost just like a fruit, like you're saying.
yeah.
You're a fruit.
We're loading up pineapples.
Yeah.
We're firing fruit now.
Pineapple bazooka. All right.
I may actually have a picture of the gun.
While you're looking, so the SMG looked pretty good with the arc. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Where if you take arc damage, it gives you ammo. I think what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it spreads the damage as well, like
Right. It's like Zahalo.
right. Or
pretty
Jalo.
cool.
Is that how you, Jalo?
It's Zahalo from the Otter Slide. And then the third one was the auto rifle that you thought was a heavy machine gun.
Oh yes, yes.
That
I
basically-
don't know what the perks and stuff were on that were actually.
That one I think was like basically super duper hip fire. Like
Oh yeah.
if you could fire it, it was like super accurate. But I think the stats on the gun were pretty doo-doo. Like the stability and I think the impact were really, really high and rate of fire. And here's what we have for the hand cannon.
Can you see it?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little blurry.
Can you see it?
Looks pretty.
Ah!
There you go.
There we go. Looks pretty good.
But yeah, that black part in the back is the ammo.
Why's the black got to be in the back?
Wow.
That racist.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn the light on. Oh, I'm turning the light on. It sounds like lighter now.
All right, so we did that. We did that.
You don't need me here.
So, Mark, going into the subclasses.
There we go. That's what I want to
But that was a terrible segue. So
Yeah.
Like, we had better ones earlier, and you just wrecked it.
I'm about to leave.
It's like a one-wheel Segway. Those are terrible.
I am about to leave.
Turn the light on. You're like, speaking of light, we get from our light our subclasses.
Boom.
Man.
That's a
What
good
you could've
segue.
done.
That's a good segue.
Bro.
What do you think about the new subclasses? Mark, go.
They really cool. I think they're good changes, because Defender and Radiance were so abused that I think changing them to the new ones is going to be helpful. And then, Arcblade was terrible. So, and Hunters like being on the pole and pole. So,
You think Sunsingers were overused?
Yes. Yeah, they were pretty much. I think of almost any raid. Although before you got Stormcaller in a raid, what class were you?
I was a Sunsinger.
Okay, there you go. You know what I mean? And even after, usually you do a Stormcaller just for ad clear, but sometimes you still went Sunsinger because it was easier. Plus, Crota, the cheese was Sunsinger. It was so abused,
Yeah.
And
I guess I could see it. But Defender, I don't know. I really like Defender, personally.
Oh, yes. But they kind of gave you the same perks you got from Defender, but not, you know what I mean? They split it up between the two, abilities now.
Yeah. They had to make it a roaming super.
And I guess it just doesn't, because anytime I ran a raid as a Titan, I was Defender. I don't think I've ever ran a raid as not as Defender.
That's honestly really true, yeah.
And even in regular PvE, if there was no burn, I ran Defender because having a bubble was just the end-all, be-all, especially in PvE.
Especially with Saint 14.
Yeah, you do Saint 14. It pretty much helped in every situation, made the game, soloing stuff just 100 times easier. You know what I mean? It was...
Right.
Right. Plus the...
Go ahead. What? Well, no, I was going to ask about the new Titan ability with the barrier. That's only on Striker, right?
No,
it's all of them.
It's class.
Oh, it's all of them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are class.
So then the Hunter thing is also class, and the Warlock thing is also class? Okay. I thought it was subclass, but...
No. Those abilities are class-wide.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Which is cool. And that's what I'm saying is now you have to, as a Warlock and Titan, you can pretty much make a weapons bubble together now. You know what I mean? So the Titan does his bigger wall. Warlock can do the shield thing,
right?
Or
the rift.
The rift with the buff.
Right. Well, with the rift though, do you think there's going to be enough space for multiple people?
Yeah, it seemed like
I think it's more of a walk-in out type of thing, and it might last a little longer.
But you have to stay in it.
You have to stay in it to regain your health quicker. But at the shield, I think
the buff stayed.
No, I don't think I'm pretty sure you have to be in the rift in order to get whatever the buff is.
I didn't notice that. Oh, really? Are we sure?
I don't know. I actually haven't seen enough of it.
I know they played.
Make a note.
We should watch. We should watch the stream real quick because it was in the first mission. The person was playing a Warlock.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
although that might have been the healing. So.
It could be for the healing only. I mean, I don't think they even showed the weapons buff.
Yeah, now you say that, I don't think they did. Maybe streamer the strike footage. Maybe someone did it there, but
yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty big. I think you could get.
Yeah, it looked like it was a pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty
ring,
big.
So
yeah,
it kind of stink to have that you have to stand in it. I'd rather just be able to. Pick it up. Even if it's super long.
It looked a little bit larger than a bubble, so all 6 can fit in that.
It definitely was not as large as a bubble.
I don't know. It looks like it.
It looks. I am fairly certain that it is a single person rift.
I will bet you a pie.
Do it.
It's what? What do we pie bet?
It's not a single person rift.
I think there's video of 2 people using it.
That's what I'm saying. There's video of people walking in and out of it. I'll take that bet. I'll
right. But okay. Let's do it. You know what? Fuck it. Pie bet right now.
And you already lost. Done.
Nope.
Pie bet. A streamer should have recorded the weapons buff at one point. I'm assuming they were able to use it.
I never saw the weapons buff, so if that's don't look it up now. You can look it up later.
No, do it right now. Everyone stop. Everyone stop talking, silent. And everyone.
Is Tony still watching? Tell him to look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Look up the rift for the Warlocks in Destiny 2.
Yeah, he has no idea what we're talking about.
Now,
That's racist.
do we
True.
think the hunter ability is OP?
Pole dancer.
Hunter abilities or like
The ability, the
class?
roll, and the reload.
The dodge with the reload, or the
Although,
I like the reload. Although it didn't look like it fully reloaded it. Like from some of the videos I was watching, like of the strike as a hunter, it didn't look like. I don't know if it was because the guy kept reloading so often, but it didn't look like when he was doing the dodge, it reloaded his like the full clip.
I thought it was
don't know.
supposed to.
Yeah, I don't know. It was hard to pay attention because like as soon as he did it, I'd forget to look and instantly, and then so I don't know. But it looked like he didn't have full ammo after it.
Well, one thing I saw somebody point out, which I then it's really hard not to notice, is that they changed the numbers, they switched the directions, and so your current magazine ammo is on the right side, and then
Yeah, that
full
threw me
ammo's on
off
the
a lot
left.
too.
Yeah.
Like there was one guy actually I was watching on the Crucible. He was using a sniper, and I guess he thought he had more ammo than he really did because he kept trying to shoot like more ammo.
not you, Brandon.
Sorry.
yeah, shut the hell up, Brandon. Quiet, Brandon.
Oh, damn.
What was I gonna say? It was something about. What are we even talking about? No,
God, you ain't paying
dodge.
attention.
the hunter dodge. The other, what was the other perk that you like regenerate health or something?
No, it's grenades when you're
Yeah,
pulling
melee
enemies,
energy.
something like that.
Melee
Oh, the
energy.
melee.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
what
what
it
I.
was?
Yeah, it doesn't. It recharges your melee. So
Mhm.
basically, if you punch someone, dodge, and then go back at them, you can punch them again. So basically,
Well, does it fully recharge it, or does it just kind of
It just
recharge
recharges some, I think.
Right.
I don't. I actually am not very clear. I actually haven't. Most people just basically were just like the reload, so they weren't really talking about the other one
Yeah.
as much. So I don't know if it wasn't unlocked. It looked like it was unlocked, but
Yeah. It seemed like most playable characters were only using one specific ability type.
mhm.
I wonder if they were only allowed.
It's possible. Although it
Seems
looks
a
like they were all unlocked from the videos I was watching.
I think they were unlocked, but I don't know if they were allowed to change them.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that makes
sure.
sense.
But
Because the ones that were locked were the two paths that they have now.
The
Right.
bottom paths.
Subclasses where they like lock, like basically they basically put 4 perks together so they can kind of balance it easier. Like, okay, we know this goes with this, with this, with this. So if we want to adjust something, we know what we have to adjust. It's a little bit easier instead of saying like it just gives away so many. It takes out all those combinations where they'd be like, well, this person with Viking funeral and this and this and this does, now this is OP. Or now they can go, okay, well, we know what's with what now, so we can just adjust and we know how it's going to react.
wasn't there a video where somebody said that the Titan one wasn't very balanced? I'm pretty sure I saw a video where they looked at the Striker Titan and there was like shoulder charge on the bottom one, but there was also a perk that like didn't really go with shoulder charge at all. Like
Right.
it just didn't seem. It's obviously also dev environment, so they could definitely do some adjusting before we get it. But
Not to mention, Striker sounds OP.
Yeah,
Yeah, seriously.
as it is.
Roaming slams.
Yeah, like roaming slams and tracking shoulder charges, and your like regular movement speed is sprint.
Yeah.
right.
So it's literally a roaming. Like I already felt like it was good where it was at because every time I get shoulder charges, I'm like, son of a bitch. Like nothing I could do about that. Like boom, slam, done. So it's like, okay, cool, whatever. But the one thing I did like about Striker changes was the lightning grenades are delayed. Like they don't start right
Yeah.
away. They sit there, and also I believe they said now if your like teammate throws a lightning grenade, it'll look a different
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, they
And
show
your
off different
enemies.
colors.
So that you know that that's yours and you can run
Yeah,
through it and you're not going to
that's-
die.
that's a good change.
What they saying the same thing about trip mines too? Like trip mines are blue.
They said they're doing a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, Trip Nines at the moment actually tell you which one. There's like a white light if it's on your team.
But you have to look like right into it.
Yeah, it's really hard to
Like,
see. I
let
think it's
me
a lot
see.
more clear. Yeah,
Right. Let me stick my face in this laser before I can tell.
now it doesn't kill you, so you'd be all right. It's really
Is this shotgun loaded?
Right. But aren't all supers basically roaming now? Isn't that how they changed it?
It seems like it.
seems like.
I mean, we haven't seen all of them yet, but
Didn't somebody say they thought you could roam with Nova Bomb? Like there were some changes to how Nova Bomb works.
I haven't seen very much about the Nova Bomb
Yeah.
yet.
The only thing I've heard is that Voidwalker is in the game. I haven't actually heard anything about it because it wasn't actually like on display or anything. and we don't know about Stormcaller, Sunbreaker, or
I
Night
think they
Stalker.
started at the stream. Like some bunch of people said they were.
I think I think a streamer had said that they asked and they said that they're in the game. You just don't. They're not.
Right.
You know.
I think they changed Voidwalker because it doesn't make sense to change everything else to a roaming super and then leave Voidwalker the way it is.
Voidwalker is almost like, in a weird way, it's almost kind of like Fist of Havoc, where instead of slamming, you're just throwing the slam down instead of doing it yourself.
Yeah.
So I bet you it'll be the same thing where you can just keep boom, and maybe it'll have something like Dawnblade does with the floating that you can just kind of like float and throw fucking.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the only thing about Voidwalker though is that there was a little bit more range. Like,
Yes.
and you had you could actually kind of aim at what you're trying to kill rather than just like setting off the slam. So I mean, I don't know if there's that much change necessary. Maybe they'll kind of debuff the initial bombs, but make them maybe have like one or two instead or something.
Right. And I'm also wondering if maybe they'll add kind of like a melee element to it, like where you can kind of like not like soldier charge, but like kind of how like they with the Captain America Sentinel, like you can swing with it, you can block with it, and you can throw it. Like they kind of have like a short and a far. Like they'll add some type of short range ability, like even if it's just like a slam on the ground and it does like a void wave or something like that.
You know where I heard the changes to Voidwalker was actually in my dream last night. Now that I remember, I definitely dreamt there was some Voidwalker
Oh,
changes.
good guy.
That right, it's confirmed right there.
You heard it first, guys.
You heard it
here on
first.
SPR. Oh, Jesus.
These dreams.
He.
I was dreaming what I wanted Voidwalker to be.
Yeah. But that guy who did all the screenshots, he showed Voidwalker like from like shots, and it was like 3 of them. Like,
Yeah, it looked a lot bigger.
But it was like 1 frame or something. So who knows what that actually like? Maybe that's you hit it once and you just like throw 3 real quick, or you can like throw one,
Spam it,
wait, and then throw another, and then wait.
Maybe that's where I saw it, and it was also in my dream. I could have swore I saw one where it was like you instead of shatter being it just going into 3 like smaller ones, basically like you threw it on the ground, and it kind of was like the scatter grenades, but it was like void, like the void bombs.
I think actually now that you mention it, I think I saw that in the blurry pictures.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Whoa, Brandon, were you in Gal's dreams?
Probably. I mean,
every night,
yeah, exactly. Don't tell Aaron.
every night, no homo.
Aaron will listen to this one.
I'm gonna listen to this one,
They're sweet dreams, obviously.
right? They're made of these. Let's see. I think that's all we got for subclasses, unless you guys had something else.
Well, we didn't talk too much about Arc Strider.
Because it's a bitch class.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I talked to you about this earlier, Steven, but I was saying that it kind of looks like there's almost like an auto dodge when it's active. Because like when he's running and people are shooting at him, he's kind of doing all these flips and everything. And it doesn't seem like it looks like doesn't look like it's a melee attack that's advancing him. It just looks like he's doing flips and stuff like that.
That would definitely make it more appealing.
Yeah.
Because right now it's like, oh, so you took away Blade Dancer to give us Blade Dancing.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't have knives. We have a staff.
Yeah. And it definitely looks like there's almost like a smaller version of a Arc Slam or a Titan Slam in there.
Yeah,
staff?
because he slams and does like,
You
oh,
shall
yeah.
not
Yeah.
pass.
And like someone was saying that they were wondering if like you could like take the staff and be like, nah, and like shoot out of it.
So he's a
But
fucking
we're not
warlock
warlocks.
now? I know. Is he a warlock now?
See, this is why they should have switched Dawnblade for Hunter and Arc Strider for...
Yeah, we talked about that earlier today, that Brandon basically called the Dawnblade super except for the floaty thing, basically.
Yeah. It was a wish list for the Hunter, not the Warlock.
I
But
definitely made it for the warlock.
See,
yeah.
what I wish you could do with that staff is you could throw it at a random enemy, and your hunter would just be like, "Make my monster grow!" And it would just be bigger than the monster. That's like your monster now. So like,
Yeah.
basically, you just you see like a drag, you're just like, "Fuck it," throw it at the drag. Like,
Yeah.
also the drag's bigger and on your side, and then like
Right.
the enemy has to make a Megazord, and it's like a whole
And then the Dragon Zord comes out of the fucking ocean, and then,
Yeah.
you know, they just have a big
Power
battle.
Rangers.
just like completely meta.
Oh, you're on the evil side, and then the
Yeah.
Power Rangers one shot you.
True.
True.
It was OP.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't just go to that right away. Always.
Go to
It was
what
like
right away?
built up to it. It's like just go right there and just one shot them. Just be done with this. Why waste everyone's time?
Um,
Yeah. Anything else on the subclasses? Any other
Uh,
thoughts?
Not really. The only other thing is I'm excited to see what they do with the Night Stalker, just because they've basically added stage step to all hunters. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of perks they give them.
They get
But-
shadier step.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be like, because right now your shade step you dodge, but you're still like able to be hit. Whereas maybe
Yeah.
I wonder if shade step in like it'll still have shade step in one of those like 2 paths where it's like when you dodge you go invisible, and something like that.
Well, I wonder if this. I wonder since you have those perks on the the gunslinger and the arc strider, where you evade and you reload. If on Night Stalker, it's all it is shade. Like it changes to shade step, and you still get the reload.
Mhm.
Like I wonder if they'll just change the animation to.
Or maybe Night Stalker becomes the more stealth option, since that's what it should have been in the first place. Like, there's actual invisibility without grenades and stuff like that with the Night Stalker rather than the Arc Strider.
True.
Oh, that would be like the crowd. Instead, they take away shade step and they put the crouch down for invisibility.
Yeah. Like, I mean, because it just makes more sense to have the Night Stalker be the invisible type, or
Right.
the stealth one.
I mean, Stalker is in the name.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say about subclasses at that event, I'm kind of like shocked that they only showed Dawnblade. Like they only let people play with Dawnblade and not the other two. Like, don't you get people hype for that shit?
I think they did. I like that they did it that way, just because it does leave you desiring to play those.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why they did it. But I was just like, everyone wants to see the freaking Sentinel.
Yeah.
Like everyone wants to see like what is that all about?
You want to see the Sentinel? Go watch Captain America. That's what you're gonna get with the Sentinel.
It also could have not been balanced yet. Like maybe
True.
they
That's very true.
they probably were focusing solely on like everything they showed just to get it out right now for this stuff,
And now they'll do a little bit of tuning.
Yeah, like
Also,
Yeah.
this is kind of about subclasses, but I'm almost positive that Homecoming mission we won't have those subclasses. And I
Oh,
also
no,
most
I-
definitely, yeah.
and you'll be alone. You won't be with your friends, I don't think, unless something happens before then where you can. Because like think about it, the first mission in Destiny 1, you're not with your friends. You awaken on in the Cosmodrome.
Right.
So I think you're gonna they're gonna show the attack happen, and also you're gonna get like a call like come to the where the vaults they're attack there's enemies or whatever, and you're gonna go out there alone. I don't think you're actually gonna be able to be with your friends on
Well,
that.
that's only if Homecoming is the first mission.
Correct.
If
Well,
it's
they
not the
said
first-
it is the first mission. They just said that there's stuff before it and stuff after it. Like they didn't show the full mission. Like after you meet with Gaul, there's something afterwards because obviously he takes away your powers, and then you're like limping.
you know what he does? What's after that? Him taking down his pants.
He's like, look at my massive cabal.
Like-
dick."
I love that.
He stole our precious light from us.
Right?
You're like your powers just leave you because it's like a vortex. You're like, no.
We were tainted by his taint.
Gaul's Taint. We should that should have been the clan name, Gaul's Taint. I don't. I think we'll be able to have people. I mean, like, why would you? I know that in the first Destiny 1 you were by yourself, but that's because you were just being brought back, and I feel like this we're already around, so it's not like we're being brought back. Like, I feel like if the tower was being attacked, it's like get as many people as you want to be there, type thing.
But you're the
Yeah.
one chosen guardian.
Right. Well, I
Uh,
mean,
And here's the
I'm
other
trying
thing
to
too, like when you load up the game, it's gonna be like invite your friends before you start the game. No, you're gonna get in
True.
the game, you're gonna play the mission, and then afterwards you go to the farm or something, and then they'll be like, okay, now you can play.
Yeah, I think you go right to
Um,
that scene to
well, I don't know if they changed this after year one, but well, I mean, when me and Steven redid our Titans, we were together on the very first mission. It just obviously showed cutscenes by ourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
like
yeah, we were together.
like right after you make your character.
Yeah, someone can
Yeah.
join that.
Yeah.
Right after you wake up that cutscene, you could join up with someone doing it. Because I was actually going to say, I think when my brother was doing his, I joined him in the
Oh.
middle of that mission. I'm
Yeah.
I always thought you did it
positive,
alone.
but
Yeah, it just doesn't show the other character or your other friends in the cutscenes and stuff like that.
never did.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, true.
Which is stupid. They should change that. I
Okay. Well, the only problem with that is they'd have to make every cutscene for 1, 2, and 3 people. Then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh. We got Scorpio.
Aren't there. They're recording history and they're just like, nah, there's a lot there.
Meh.
but on their screen they're there and you're not there.
It's the only thing I hate about MMOs and stories like that is you're always like the chosen one. There's like 40,000 people. Like,
Better
how
check.
am I like? I know it's so hard to make a story that'd be so generic. That'd be like everyone doing the same activity.
You are the normal one.
Yeah. I mean, it's in your game, everyone else is just regular people, regular guardians
Right.
that don't matter.
Well, there's only one thing left for us to talk about.
Quiet.
Did you feed him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What is this shit? He's in this the last couple days. No, it's right there.
No. Guys, we only have one more thing to talk about, and that's how PlayStation 4 is only 4K.
It's only 4K. That's it.
It's only 4K.
Frames per second, 4K.
There's 0 frames per second. 0 fucks per second. Oh, and PC possibly got delayed in its uncapped frame rate, but who cares about that? Nobody's gonna play it.
Wait, what?
I feel like everyone's like the way the internet's talking. They're
Yeah,
like,
I know.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
People are like leaving their like questioning if they should like get it on PC other than.
Do I ditch all my friends? Yeah. Do I ditch my 10 friends that I have online to
I
play on
don't know
PC?
why you'd be dumb enough to do that.
Well, and here's the thing too: is like it comes out in September on console, and the rumor right now is like December for PC. So why would you not just play it now, and then like if you were like, okay, I want to make another character, then go on and make PC, and then like maybe play on both, so you can play with your
Yeah.
friends, and then
Well,
if you still want the
yeah.
better experience, then do it, and then maybe eventually your friends move over, or you find new friends, then you can.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to be like, I'm just gonna wait 4 months, or 3 months, or whatever it is.
Okay.
I couldn't do it. I'm gonna have a hard time waiting for 3 months from now. You want me to wait
Right.
6 months? Fuck that shit. I'm out.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
But as far as PS4,
It sucks. Sony PS4 sucks.
Nah, I tried to get one today. Couldn't angle that one.
Couldn't pull that one
I
off.
was like, so now we just need something to show 4K games. He's like, well, you're getting the Scorpio, and I'm just like,
It's not right now.
I'm like, now, like maybe just get that PS4 Pro, and then I'm just done with purchases for the
And then
year.
she gave you that shut that shit down look. She's
Right.
like,
Well, she did that. And she's just like, you don't need it. You sold your PS4. I'm like, yeah, but that was just until more games came out. Then I was gonna get a new one.
she's like, then you got a 20 game backlog for your Xbox.
That no, honestly, that's exactly so. So how many games do you still have to play on your Xbox? And I'm like, all right, I get it. She's like,
All those games you bought on your Xbox, you could have bought yourself a PlayStation 4.
Real true.
but yeah, I mean, they already confirmed on PS4 Pro that it's 4K, 30 frames per second. Scorpio will probably be the same, but they have not confirmed anything about it. So anyone that says that, just like we said in episode 11, shut your damn mouth. You don't know shit. You're confirming things that aren't real. You're grinding our gears.
Yeah.
Grinding them.
Right.
Although I will be so happy if they do make it 60 frames per second. Not even because I like 60 frames per second so much and want it to happen for the console for Scorpio, just because so many people are just like, it's not happening. I know it's confirmed. It's not real. You're all stupid. What's so hard to grasp?
And you win a pie.
And I'll win a pie, which actually I'll win a pie in your face.
Well, that's what I meant.
So I
By
have
the
a
way,
question.
Go ahead.
Brand's question.
When is Scorpio expected to come out?
August to
Anytime
December.
between- well, actually, anytime between E3 and
Yeah. Right.
and no, probably before Black Friday.
2
Okay.
weeks after
'Cause
E3. and-
I'm just curious to, like, if you were to buy it on Xbox One, right? How would that work if you were to buy a Scorpio, like, after the fact?
It's
Like-
the same.
It's the same
It's all
thing.
the same. Like
Okay.
everything's the same. It's just literally, it just makes the game look better. It's not like a separate system. Or anything.
Okay.
It's like basically you'll log into your profile and it's just like you're on your
Yeah.
Xbox
Alright, cool.
One.
Certain new games, once Scorpio is released, will probably have maybe some additional features than
Yeah.
on regular Xbox.
Mhm.
But it all
Okay.
depends on. Mostly, like I'm thinking, Crackdown and Forza will obviously look better, but there'll be some additional things that you can do.
Gotcha. I mean, so I'm assuming that it's going to stay 30 FPS just because it'll have to, I mean, that way it doesn't leave out all the players on Xbox One, which I
see,
assume would be.
Okay.
It would just make it a little bit of a disadvantage for those people in PvP, just a little bit, because they're seeing at 30 frames, and then the people in Scorpio are seeing is twice as fast. But
It doesn't matter when there's lag and your connection sucks.
True.
Right. Well, the other thing too is Project Cars 2 said that they're aiming on Scorpio to make sure it's 60 frames, even though the regular version will be 30 frames, even for their multiplayer. They don't really care. They said that they feel like it's stupid to like they basically were inferring that it's kind of dumb to just like not use all the power if you can, like just make the best game possible kind of thing. But
Yeah.
this is the whole problem with the whole Scorpio. This is a separate conversation that we'll have another day on SPR. Maybe you guys can be there then. But this is kind of what's stupid about these like mid-console refreshes is like they're held back because they have to work with the other stuff. It doesn't really make sense. So like Destiny 2, like if Scorpio and PS5 were coming out and they just were separate systems, those systems could be 60, if they could run it 60 frames per second without a problem.
120.
Uncapped 1,000 frames per second. Your eyes just start bleeding.
With 8K.
Curved.
But Xbox probably won't be 60 frames per second because the CPU is the issue on the Pro, they said, and the Scorpio's is like marginally better. So
Yeah, it's only like what,
a little bit of power is all the
2
difference.
gigahertz better or something?
It's like I believe it's 2 gigahertz on PS4 Pro, and then on the Scorpio it's like 2.3 based on that digital foundry test. So it's like 0.3 gigahertz. Now granted those are custom cores, so it's a little bit different, but it's just the fact that it's not that much better in performance that unless it was like barely bottlenecking on PS4 Pro and just that little extra power put it over the edge where they could run at 60 consistently. But I don't know. I kind of find that hard to believe.
Yeah. Plus, I know Scorpio does have some other like things they can finagle too. How like they program with like the DX12 and stuff like that, or however that works. But I know they were also saying the Digital Foundry. You posted that video. They were saying the engine 2 is a bigger problem too because it was developed for 30 frames.
Yep.
And so like it's hard. Like pretty much the CPU has to brute force 60 instead of like trying like doing how because like Battlefield and stuff all do 60-ish. But it's not even locked. They were showing that too, which I was surprised.
Right. Like Titanfall 2, that's like 60.
But not locked.
Not locked. It's variable.
Only Surge.
But
He's gotta get Surge.
But when Scorpio comes out, Titanfall 2 probably will run consistently at 60 because
Mark, I'm already playing IDARB, you fucker. So shut up.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be locked. That's locked at 60.
That's locked. That's 8-bit 60.
All right, we're getting off topic. We need to. Any more Destiny?
By the way, this podcast is 2 hours long.
I know.
Oh,
That's
good
why-
God.
that's
Start
why
at 7,
we
8:47.
gotta shut this shit down.
Now, and we've never had more than one viewer, so thank you, Tony, for sticking with us
Yeah,
for 2 hours.
Tony.
He probably fell asleep.
He probably did.
He's probably playing Zelda on Switch.
Yeah, probably and then like ask some questions like, wait, what happened?
All right, let's close it out with this. Brandon, give me one final thought. Destiny 2.
I am excited. I am excited mostly about the new story and the in-game lore, mostly. Just because I love that stuff, but I'm a little too lazy to read it online.
So good. Mark.
It's real cool.
Real cool.
No, I'm kind of with Brandon. It's good. It's exciting. I'm apprehensive of the PvP stuff, but everything else looks really cool.
Justin.
The game's gonna suck. No, I literally can't like there's a lot of stuff going on between here and there. Like I just can't wait for the fucking beta. I just want a date so I can just mark it on my damn calendar and be like, just tunnel vision to that.
Well, we have a sort of a leak possible
I know,
of
Dan,
when
we
the
didn't
beta
even
will
talk
be.
about that. Why don't you guys talk about that?
Wait, I completely forgot about that.
We do it right now.
Okay.
All right, well. So the leak was basically somebody was playing and there was Glimmer and then there was something other
Like
than
a
Glimmer.
purple, like material or something.
Yeah, something like that. So
It's like
basically,
strange something. Strange dust. Yeah.
Strange dust. So in the Glimmer, they had, that's a big thing too. The Glimmer was over 25,000.
Was
No,
it?
it wasn't. It was 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 17.
No, it was like I thought it was 7. It was 71717.
Oh, that's true. That's
Was it?
Yeah,
17.
because the leak is that it was July 17th, 2017. Is
Right.
Okay.
So it was 7171. 71717 was the glimmer, and then 98 was the strange dust. People are saying 98 is the release. September 8th is the release. So the beta would be backwards is 71717. I don't really know where you go backwards because it was 9-8, it wasn't 8-9, and then
So,
That's why I think it's not real, because also that day's a Monday. Nothing happens.
yeah,
on Mondays
Monday.
in games.
It's a weird to have Monday, but it could be like a week beta, and they
The
start
last
Yeah.
one was, and it started on a Thursday.
that's what I said.
Well, the last one was, it started
Also,
on a Thursday, and
I think
it was like Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. It was just PS exclusive, and then it went down for like 2 or 3 days, and then the following, I think Tuesday, it started back up for a week.
I think in that leak it mentioned that the beta for the first one was on the 17th of July as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
7th. It was the 7th.
It was Bungie Day.
Oh.
It was
No, it was the 17th, I thought.
No, it was the
I'm with
7th.
Brandon.
No, it was the Bungie Day. Look it up.
I'm looking it up right now, bro.
Google search it. I'm with.
Actually 1 minus 7, 17.7.
What's that math workout for, Mark?
It went from the 17th to the 24th, as Brandon said.
No, wait.
Destiny Public Beta began on July 17th, 2014 for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, before going offline for maintenance on the 21st and 22nd. Then on the 22nd, when it was completed ahead of schedule, the beta became available for Xbox One and 360.
Damn, so Xbox only had it for 2 days and PlayStation had it for a full week?
No, then it ran for longer.
Well, it ran for 7 days, and then they actually got it earlier because the maintenance was completed ahead of schedule, and it became available for those 2 other ones. They were originally scheduled to gain access on the 23rd, but they ended up getting it a day early. And then on the 24th, they opened it for free to download to all players on all platforms, and then it went to the 27th.
Well, here's the thing. Fuck
10
PlayStation.
days. So it went
Fuck
10 days,
PlayStation.
and it was 3 days extra for.
Galv,
All right.
if it comes early on PlayStation, me and Galv can play. Yeah.
Mark, we doing it. What are you going to do it? All right, so just excited for the beta.
Break your PlayStation 4 when I'm there.
Whoa.
No, but I need something to watch TV on.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be a douche and play betas before your clan.
Yeah.
But Mark's in the clan. Mark's in the clan.
We didn't talk about clans either, did we?
Nope.
No. Yeah,
We're saving stuff for another MIDA multicast.
All right,
clans
yeah,
are cool.
that's
like,
good.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
There's not really much to say, I feel like. It's like
Yeah.
the rewards, I guess.
Yeah, whatever those are going to be.
But we don't really know what they are, so it's
Maybe
just more.
exotic weapons.
It's going to be supernova weapons.
We're creeping up on 2 hours. I'm cutting this shit. Cut it. Cut
You know
this
that gall, the ball thing that blew up the sun? That's the final reward for clan.
You just
Oh,
kill.
true.
Yeah, you just start the game, you're like, boom, dead. Game over.
Game's done. All right, well,
Just emblems.
Mark, shut up. We're closing the podcast.
Never ending. Never ending.
We got 8 minutes, and then it'll be a full 2
Yeah, we're
hours.
gonna go for another 8 minutes.
I know you got to take a shit, Gal, but I mean,
It's already passed now.
wait, your shit just like went through your pants or like through your body?
He's got a
Pass it
bucket underneath him.
We just lost Tony. He's
Hear this.
No, he's back.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony's in it. Just dropped. No big deal. What were we talking about before we got to the beta thing?
Nothing. You were talking about beta. We were talking about everybody was giving their final thoughts, and your final thought was.
I'm just waiting for that. Okay, you're right. I didn't finish my thought though. I'm excited for that beta date because then we can actually play it. It's gonna be real good.
I love that. I finished up that thought because we definitely need to backtrack to there.
It's gonna be real good.
You didn't even
Real
get what I just
good.
said.
I know.
You just said it was
I
real
know,
good. So
I
I was
know,
like,
I know.
oh, it's real good.
No, it's gonna be meh.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Hey,
True.
whatever, man.
I just hope that the game, like the story, the campaign is like pretty long. Like I'm fine with it, like taking me the whole weekend to
Yeah.
play it. Like I just really hope that they understand like people need shit to do. And I just hope that it seems like they do, but I hope that they've made sure that happened. Like, even with like the weekly stuff that refreshes,
And they give us a reason to do that shit.
right? Like, I hope they understand that and continue to expand.
I think they have. I think we'll have a lot more to do now.
Yeah.
Now that we don't have now that we don't have 360 and PS3 holding it back, like I feel like those were major limitations.
Yeah.
And even though we have Scorpio and the Pro, like, those are only to enhance what the One and the PS4 can do. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what developers are just kind of doing. They're like, oh, we're going to build it for the PS4 and the Xbox One, and then the Scorpio and the Pro, we're just going to try and make it better.
it looks better.
Like,
Right.
4K. It's almost what it seems like.
Mhm.
They make sure that it's like, if a game's 60 FPS, that it runs 60 FPS consistently and not up and down.
Which no one's done but the Surge.
Well, here's the most important thing though is Mark is the only one that doesn't have a 4K TV right now.
Correct, but what does that matter?
It means you're a douchebag. You need to get a 4K TV.
What does it matter anyway? Like, I'm not going to get a 4K TV.
He still has a CRT, like a tube TV.
Yeah, I'm running.
Do you really?
No. I'm running like an older TV, but it doesn't matter. And like, I'll probably end up getting Scorpio.
You're getting
Probably not right
Scorpio.
away.
You're getting Scorpio. Just shut your
I guess
mouth.
the thing is, I'm gonna have to see how much faster it like actually loads stuff.
Well, I don't know,
Like,
because it takes you fucking forever in Battlefront to
this
quit a
true,
match.
So there you go.
You might as well just leave
So
the
I'll probably
game.
end up getting it, but I'm gonna probably end up getting Scorpio like by next spring after I get my taxes back.
Makes sense. Justin's making faces. It's time to go.
Make face at the dog.
Yeah, the dog.
The dog. It's a dog.
Alright.
Catch it.
Well,
Dog. Catch it. Do the dog. Catch it.
check us out on Sunday for our Mark. You should come over too.
Yeah, about that.
Why not?
Because then I have to be here. Like,
And the other thing is we're playing Jeopardy. Jeopardy
true.
is 3 people.
hey, but didn't you invite Brandon? Oh, but
Tony.
Gal's hosting.
My name is Trebek.
Galvin. Steve
What?
Ben,
yeah,
I mean.
Steven.
With a
Did you say Galvin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
That is
that's
my
correct.
last name, and it does have a V.
It's
Yeah.
Steve Finn. Galvin.
Oh, true. All right, so basically what you're trying to tell me is that when you're going to rig in, you're going to be like,
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be mine.
oh. So this is Justin.
Yeah, there you go.
No, this is
He likes ham.
True. And then this is going to be what it is after Justin loses. No, it went away. All right. That does it. Check us out Sunday, live drunk cast. all I
SPR
got.
12.
SPR. More luck. Master Race.
Master class. It's not even a race. It's like a race.
Don't be racist.
Huh?
Don't be racist.
I was saying a Woken would be master race. Like
Yeah,
Hunter,
good
like
point.
Human, Exo. That's a race.
Yo, stay woke.
It's not a race. It's a class.
Stay woke.
All right, I'm gonna call that the podcast.
Wait, don't you actually want to do like some sort of sign off? Like,
Yeah,
visit them on their social media pages and
All right, visit Justin at Leviathan426 on Twitter. You can look him up on Facebook. And I'm Galvinator93. He's Red03BMC. Mark doesn't have a Twitter because he's stupid.
yeah.
Podbean, samepersonradio.podbean.com. Check us out on Facebook. At Same Person Radio on Twitter. Tweet at us.
subscribe to us on YouTube. Like,
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Did you give them ratings?
right?
Yeah,
Like,
review us and
thumbs
rate
up,
us.
comment, do
Thumbs
whatever you
up.
want to do. Like, if you watching this, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, just don't text us, Tony. Just do it on actual social
Text
channels.
us in the SPR text chat. Like, yo, that was
Yeah.
pretty good, except for the part where you said I was ass or whatever we said about him.
There you
He
go.
ain't shit.
Tony ain't shit. The Taz podcast.
Taz.
Oh,
All right, now you can get it out of here.
Wait, yeah, why is it a Z?
What?
Who said Z?
Tony, you said Taz podcast, didn't you?
Yeah, TAS.
TAS.
It's
Taz.
Taz.
That's Taz.
Tess.
But if you
We
add a
could
bunch
say
of
it like
S's,
Tess.
what if you add a bunch of S's?
All right, so that's the podcast. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
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 Later.